Okay everyone, welcome back to another video on the channel. Today we're back on GT Sport and we're back with a very quick update with regards to the new FIA season that is due to start at the end of the month. So there was a lot of speculation that this could be an official season. However, it is not an official season. It's not a pre-season. It's another exhibition season. However, it is season 1, which means it's a new season and you should be able to change your manufacturer. Now, there was a lot of talk that you couldn't do this. You were locked into the same manufacturer. However, that is not the case. You can actually change your manufacturer, and I wanted to let people know how to do this because it's in the past you used to just simply click onto the event like so. Now you just go onto sport mode, race entry, and it would automatically prompt you when you went into this part now. However, it doesn't do that now. It still keeps your previous manufacturer on there. So if you enter time trial in that car that you used in a previous season, you're going to probably be locked into using that car, which then you're going to be stuck with that car. If you don't want to use that car, do not enter the time trial with it. Simply come out of this, go into brand central. I've already done my manufacturer change, so I won't show you which car I've picked. Go into brand central and simply go to any manufacturer that you would like to go to. So we'll go to America region, for example, and we'll click on Chevrolet and just simply go through to the right hand side. Here is covered up by my camera at the moment. However, just behind where my camera is showing there, you can sign a new contract. It's on the right hand side. You can see there, you pick your new contract, you pick the cars that you want to use for that manufacturer. Some cars, obviously BMW, other cars, Mercedes, a few other cars, Toyota, have multiple variations cars, like maybe 2 group 4s or 2 group 3s, etc. I think it's mainly group 3. There's multiple of in cars, but that's how you do it. You simply click your contract, sign a new contract, and then you are now contracted with that new manufacturer for a set amount of time. Now, just to advise you before you do this, iWare is a little bit lower, but it's not as low as it used to be, so it's still quite extreme. So I've picked a car that I might suffer a bit in Group 4, but we'll see how it goes. But in general, it's a little bit lower than what it was. I think the first race is ×7 tyre wear, but we can use racing soft and racing medium tyres. Now, in the past, that would normally have been about ×10 tyre wear. So they have dropped it a bit. And another point to note is that fuel is not an issue. So you do not need to worry about your fuel usage. So pick any car that you want. Drive as aggressively as you can, basically looking at the settings they're using. It seems like ×3 tyre wear, ×3 fuel consumption is going to be the set one throughout the whole season, which means every Group 3 and every Group 4 car should be able to go 100% maximum attack all the way through the race without any fuel issues, which is good to see. We don't want to be saving fuel. I just wish they'd lower that tyre wear down. I think if soft tyres were running in a race, I think they could afford to go down to ×5, especially in Group 3. I think you'd probably still need a pit stop in Group 3 with ×5, maybe ×6. I don't know. It'd be interesting to see how it works out in the first race that is appearing soon at the end of this month. But I just wanted to let you know that you can do this. A lot of people will not be aware. A lot of people will have been just gone straight into time trial using their old car and will be locked into that car now. So I've done this morning to get this out, let you be aware that you can change your manufacturer. Okay, so let's have a little look also at the new season and the track variations for the nations and for the manufacturers, because this could also impact your choice that you're going to make in terms of car choice. Obviously, you need to remember that season 2 is going to be a totally new set of tracks, so it's just interesting to see. I like to always have a little look at the tracks anyway, just so that I can get an idea of what car I'm going to pick, because I tend to always pick one that's going to be good in the first season, or that's going to be good throughout a number of tracks. So let's race entry. Well, first of all, we'll look at the Nations Championship, and on the Nations Championship, the schedule is the same as obviously manufacturing terms of the top 16. This is a strange one. The final round is a top 16 superstars race. I have no idea what that's going to mean, because normally races can hold 20 people in, and also they used to do it as top 24 race. So I kind of enjoyed the top 24 races. It was so good to see 24 of the top drivers in them. Maybe they've realized that the connection issues that this encounters is not the best idea for the game, because you run the risk of people getting disconnected that should have been in that race. So I can understand that change that has been made. They should still be very competitive, because top 16 of the best drivers in the world in one race. Let's hope that it's done through the actual top 16 and not 2 or 3 of each country, because that destroyed it for me. I really hope they've changed the rules on that for the nations competition. But let's have a little look at the season. We've got M300 at Dragon Trail, single make race. We might as well call it now. We all know what car's going to be used. Group 3, Mount Panama. That looks like an interesting combination. There'll be multiple choices of cars that you can pick. The Supra, the Corvette, the Lexus. Very interesting race. I obviously like Bathurst as well, so I'm looking forward to that one. Then we have Brands Hatch in the recently released car that came on the previous patch. Single make race. Not too excited about that. We might try it. We'll see what it feels like. Then we have Group 4 at Willow Springs International Raceway. That shouldn't be too bad. I don't mind that combination. Then we have Group 2 at Kyoto Driving Park, but it's a reverse again. I wish they would stop doing the reverse variations of some of these tracks. I'm not a massive fan of the reverse, but it is what it is. Then we have a Tokyo Expressway race. I'm not. I've had enough Tokyo, but we might do it. There's only one in this season, which makes a change. Then it's Group 4 at Suzuka. Good combination. I quite like Group 4 at Suzuka. It's always good fun. N400 at Interlagos. These races, the problem with these N300 and N400 races are they become a 2-car race. You know, either the Toyota or the KTM, I believe it is, the Expo. So it's either them 2 cars that become overpowered. So your N300 and N400 races are going to be a single make race. This is why I did see a tweet from someone not long ago saying that they should put them 2 cars into Group X and leave them as single make races. Makes perfect sense to me, because at the moment with N300 and N400, it's not a race with other road cars. It's just a single make race, and it's a little bit daft. Then we have Group 3 at Red Bull Ring, which is going to be interesting. I like that they've gone back to a lot of Group 3 and Group 4 and Group 2 races. The big issue is the only Group 1 race is the top 16 Superstar schedule. So I presume this is going to be still open to other people, but there'll be a certain race that is the top 16 schedule, which should be interesting. Although the track is not particularly strong for myself, but I like, you know, Group 1's always good fun to race. So a decent schedule there for the nations. I'm actually looking forward to quite a few races within that. Then we'll have a look at the manufacturer. So this is the main one in terms of what car you're going to pick. So first up, Autodrome Lego Maggiore GP in reverse. Now, I'm not a massive fan of the reverse track, but they seem to be adding a lot of reverse tracks into the mix recently, which for me, I'm not a massive fan of it, but you know, it is what it is. Group 4 next up at Alsace Village. Then Group 4 at Circuit de Saint Croix the B variation in reverse. Now, I've never tried that as far as I remember. Group 4, I imagine, would actually be quite fun around that track. I imagine there'll be certain cars that will be quite weak, like maybe the slower cars. However, if you've got a handling car, it might be able to carry a lot of speed through the corners. Next up will be Group 3 at Monza. I'm really looking forward to that combination. Then we've got Group 3 at Fuji, another very strong combination for myself. Fuji and Monza, I can normally do quite well in once I've had a bit of practice and I'm up to speed. Then we have Group 4 Nürburgring GP. Now that is going to be a good combination. However, there will be certain cars that will get quite overpowered there, but I still love that track. I love that combination, so that's going to be good fun. And then another great combination, Group 3 at Brands Hatch. I love that combination. It's been a while since we've been at Brands Hatch in a daily race or a proper FIA season, I think in Group 3. I can't remember the last time it was in there. Then Group 4 at Blue Moon Bay Speedway, infield A reverse. That's the way that I'm not too, not 100% keen on that way. I prefer it the other way. It's a bit of a weird track in reverse, but again, it's not bad in Group 4, I think. If I remember, I think I've done that once before, and it's actually quite an enjoyable track in reverse. So I'll be definitely doing a lot of these tracks. Group 4 then, next race is back to Autodrome Lego Maggiore GP. Now, this is a proper way round, but in Group 4. So another one that looks like quite a good. I like that one. I love Group 4 at that variation. It's weird how certain cars combinations at certain tracks appeal to certain people. I enjoy Group 4 there at that track. And then the top 24 race, or sorry, top 16 race. It's a top 16 Superstars race is at Group 3 at Dragon Trail Gardens reverse. Not keen on that. That will not suit me. I've never really been able. I'll have to practice quite a lot for that if I make it through to the top 16 Superstar schedule, which is going to be the aim. And I will, if I do make it through to any of the top 16 races, I will stream them. Hopefully that will happen and I can stream some content to you guys. Hopefully I've picked a manufacturer that I will be able to maybe creep into that top 16 superstar schedule. It will be difficult though. I'm sure there'll be some other fast drivers that will have picked the same car as well. Anyway, I hope you appreciated that little video. It's just a quick video just to let people know basically that you can change your manufacturer. A lot of people, for one, thought also that you couldn't change it this morning. I tweeted out that it was annoying that you couldn't change your manufacturer. However, I decided to just go in manually and check in the Brand Central, and I noticed it let me click on it, and then I didn't want to actually choose a manufacturer in case, in case it did lock me into one that I wasn't 100% sure on. But however, I made a decision. I had a little look at the tracks and made a decision and tried it out, tested it, and it worked. And it let me sign for a new new manufacturer, and it obviously signed the contract for that. So I will reveal that manufacturer out tomorrow in a separate video. We are working on another video at the moment, which if you want to wait for your manufacturer choice, hopefully might be out tomorrow or the day after, is going to be a top speed test in Group 3. I've done a little test at the Le Mans track, driving in Group 3, starting from obviously the back straight, the long straight. We took the chicane out, and we're testing straight line speed and acceleration. So I'm halfway through the cars. I need to go through the other cars, which we'll probably do some today, some tomorrow, and then try and get the video sorted out for the end of the week or for the weekend, so that you can actually maybe pick a car the start of next week. So if you're willing to wait before you pick a manufacturer, it might be worth waiting until I've done that video and you can actually see the difference in speeds, because there are some cars that are going to be quite a big surprise in Group 3 in terms of top speed and how lacking they are now on the new physics with the new obviously the BOP that's affected them. There is a few surprises in there, including Corvette and Mustang, that are not as strong as I thought they would have been down the straights, but there is some cars that are still very strong, like the Ford GT, etc. But there's some surprises that have made their way towards the top. So I'm only halfway through at the moment. The cars, we've got to carry on going through every single car and doing the test. And when I've done that, we're going to do some comparison, and maybe we'll do the top. We'll rank it based on fastest down to the slowest, and then judge the acceleration at different points. So maybe up to 100 miles per hour, then up to 150, and then up to their maximum speed. So 3 different speeds, just to give you some sort of idea of how they accelerate through the gears. Anyway, hope you liked that video. It's just a quick update. I just wanted to let everyone know. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, feel free to subscribe. I do try and do as many videos to help people out as possible, including track guides, tips videos. We did do the brake bias video not long ago. We're going to do other videos. I think we're going to do videos on overtaking, racing lines. I'm going to try and do as many videos like that as I can. They are quite time consuming, but I will try and get them done as and when I can. I'm obviously working on this new one now to help people with the manufacturer choice. So that's the next one that's going to be coming up for picking manufacturer. Anyway, thanks again for watching. I'll see you all soon, and have a great day, everyone.